Herewith following live stream is rated R for adult language, highly inappropriate jokes, and who knows what the frack be Commodore Productions will say next. Like, subscribe.
Hello everybody, what's up? Resistance is futile. I'm aboard. I got my Borg implant. Resistance is futile. As you can see, we got my badge on this time, and if you watch my peep little show today, there's the 3 pips right there. The 4th one is missing a magnet. So if you guys seen that little short video today, I just got it in today, and I was gonna send it to somebody, but we're missing a freaking magnet out of the damn pip. Ain't that something? Yeah, let's turn on the big microphone. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Give me a minute here. We'll straighten a few things up. What a world. What a world. There we go. Should be able to hear me a lot better now than what I was, but yeah. Alrighty. Well, this is Captain Chat 45. Welcome aboard. I'm Jim, your host for tonight. And let's start off in the chats like we normally do with guess who? Who do we always start out with every flipping time?
Kevin! 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 Kevin!
Yep, that person there all the time. So hope he likes that Kevin. At 2:50 p.m. Oh, here goes the warning again. 2:50 p.m. It's almost like being on the bridge with Scotty with all the warning signs going off. Man, excuse me on that one. Kevin at 2:50 p.m. says, "Happy Friday." I got a burp trying to catch here. Also at 2:51, he puts down, "I'm ready for the weekend." Well, goody. 2:51 p.m. again, we got the muscle arm. Yeah, there you go. And hello, Hakeem. Yeah, Hakeem says, "I thought episode 3 was bad, but they said, hold my eggnog and come out with episode 5. And hello to Lemon Pie. What's up, Lemon Pie? Get you all marked up there. We got stars next to your name, so I know who's here and who's not here. And Hakeem, I thought it was Lemon Pie, I'm sorry. Hakeem says, "Kapla, Jim and Levin." Kapla to you too. Kapla. Yeah, I'm up here by myself today. I thought maybe Matt's seen the video a couple of times. I thought he might be up, but last week when we had Larry up here, I got a little confused. So I don't know if that was because Larry was here or what, but I don't know. Haven't heard from Larry in a few days. I asked him to give me a call, and of course he hasn't called or anything. It's been nice. I know he probably got some bad news about his doctor thing at that bone marrow there, but you know. Don't shut out your friends. Give them a call. Talk things over. Am I right or wrong? You let me know in the comments about that one. And Kevin here, Kevin Hodge's vlog. Hey, Lemon, welcome aboard. Put a star in your name. Lemon Pie says, "Kapla, Hakeem." Lemon Pie says, "Hey, Kevin." And Kevin I'm gonna call you Kevin Vlogs if that's okay. Really, Hakeem? Really, Hakeem? Really? Yeah, okay. Uh, Kevin Vlog says, "Hey Jim, hey Kevin, what's up?" And Kevin's got the wave going. Howdy, howdy. And again, we got Kevin says, "How you doing, Jim?" "I'm doing all right." Sounds like the regular Kevin. Uh, Lemon Pie says, "Jim, hello. They're unlucky in shipments." Well, these pips up here, if you see them, they're right there. These are 3D printed, and they put, they're supposed to put a little piece of glue in there and put the magnets in, and wait till it dries and put it on the little magnet thing and everything. Well, I opened a package, and you guys seen what happened. I had the package already open, but the first recording I did, I was all over the place. I'm trying to hold the damn phone, and it's drifting over here, and I'm like, God dang. So I made a whole new video and everything, and you've seen that one. I got it all laid out and everything, and I talked about what's going on. So there you go. Hakeem says, "Nice badge. Thank you very much." This is also 3D print, by the way. Yeah, 3D printed. There you go. Kevin says, "So my dad got a call from his lawyer." Yeah, this is regular Kevin here. I thought it was a different Kevin. Holy they. I got a lawyer a couple of days ago, and unfortunately, they said that my dad court appointment for next month on Wednesday, September 16th. September 16th. Wow, is now canceled. Well, good. You don't have to go to court then. How about that? Oh man, wish I had somebody to read these booklets up here. Kevin says the reason why it's canceled is because they were having technical difficulty. Plus, they're investigating as well. There you go. Guys must have did something bad, huh? So unfortunately, my dad's court appointment will be on pending until further notice, and means that they have to figure out when my dad gets new appointment dated court. Can I fall asleep now? Tomorrow, I'm getting ready to watch the NFL. I was going to say Dallas Cowgirls, but it's Dallas Cowboys versus Arizona. There you go. Akeem says, Larry's latest vlog. Yeah, he's got 1 through 3. I haven't seen 4 yet. I did send him a message on a cell phone and said, "Hey, I haven't seen your vlog 4 yet." So I did get a message back. So just hang in there. I might tell you something about it. Kevin says, "I already watched Larry's latest vlog." Well, today is supposed to be number 4. Number 3 was yesterday. Go by the dates. Kevin says, "Nice badge, Jim. Thank you very much." 11 Pie says, "Why did your dad go to court?" Yeah, I was going to ask the same thing there, Kevin. Did you guys rob a bank or something? If you did, I can use a cool million. Hakeem says, "That's really cool for 3D print." Yeah, 3D print has come a long ways. Very long ways. They're getting a lot better and everything. So there you go. Let's see. Get this thing set up so we can get going on this. Sci-Fi Nation was going to come up, but he said he hasn't watched any. He hasn't watched 2, 3, and 4 and 5, or he hasn't watched that much. So I'd rather have somebody up here that's watched the show, so we know what the heck that we're talking about up here. So there you go. And Lemon Pie says, "Maybe the magnet was stuck out by another magnet." No, it wasn't there. If you've seen the video, the guy that I wrote to, he says, "Well, maybe the magnet come on. There's a little hump there." I went through all the magnets and everything, didn't find none at all. So he's supposed to be sending me. I think he's going to send me 1 pip. You know, I sell stuff on eBay myself, and if I handmade stuff like that and a problem came up, I would have gave a whole new set out. That way, if anything else goes wrong, you got backups. But people don't think about that. They figure, well, hell, he's got a problem with one pit. We'll just send one pit to hell with it. So that's my opinion about that. Hang on here. We got to put that on pause so I can hear myself what I'm doing. Oh, come on. Pause, you damn. Yep. It's really has compared to the first version of printers. Yep. Yeah, the first version of printers, they was all sloppy and everything. Hakeem says, plus they are somewhat affordable. They're getting there. They're getting there. It's like everything else. The stuff he just keeps going up and up and up and up and up and up and up in price. So it's just like when I lost all my accounts and everything, and I was hoping to get my accounts back, but they'd rather pay the other guy the bigger money than what they was paying me. So I all told them that if they wanted me back, they got to pay the same price they're paying the other guy. So way it goes. One should check something before one ships it out. I agree with you. Was not paying any attention to the shipment to miss that. Trust me, when I sell something, I double check, triple check, and quadruple check to make sure everything's correct. It's all tied down, bubble wrapped, and all that good stuff. Gone out the door. I do pretty good on that. Kevin says, I Liberty or miss mine said yet it really is cool. Yeah, there you go. And Hakeem says exactly when they are that tiny. Yeah, they're tiny. Evidently, I didn't see any glue marks or anything on the inside. If you watch the video, I got real close to it, so you don't see no glue marks or anything inside that. He probably just pressed the magnets in. Now, you're supposed to put a little drop of glue in there and slap it all together, let it dry overnight, then ship it out. That's what I would think they would do, but who knows? Just remember one thing.
I know nothing. Nothing.
Yep, exactly. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Right, George?
Oh my.
Oh my. Next Tuesday, we're going to have a couple more other crazy clips coming out pretty soon. Let's see. We got Kevin, Hakeem, Lemon Pie, and we got Kevin Vlogs twice. I don't know why, but we do. Okay. Back to chat here. Yeah, so tiny. Yeah, might sell them too. Yeah. Oh, you gotta get the 3D machine, and you gotta get the stuff and everything for it, and you gotta get the program and all that kind of stuff. Matt could tell you more about all the steps you gotta take to go through all that. He's got a 3D printing machine, and I have told him. I says, there's things I might be looking for, but he hasn't said anything about he ever got the programs or not for certain items. He's been he's been playing around with stuff, but I'm out there looking for stuff, and I would give him the business and everything, but he hasn't. I haven't told him what I was getting anyhow. So there you go. Kevin says, what I'm trying to say, Jim, is you literally missed mine when I was saying, yep, it's really cool. Oh, sorry about that. I try to go down the line best I can. You reading Lemon Pie's chart right after mine. Yeah, okay. And there's some words I can't pronounce, so just kind of bear with me. I'm missing a lot of teeth, upper teeth and everything, so it's kind of hard to pronounce words. So I was hoping somebody would be up here with me. So you're confusing me. You're confusing me. I'm confusing you. Hakeem, that's not hard. No, it's not hard yet. Oh, Kevin says you're also reading Hakeem's chart. Yeah, well, hey. Lemon Pie says if that guy is going to stay in a magnet pit business, he better get it together. Yeah, there you go. You want to get it magnetly together? Yeah, there you go. Hakeem says, I still can't believe how much they charge for them. Yeah, I paid $12 total. That's $6 or whatever for them to make the stuff, and $6 for shipping. So at most, Hakeem says at most $5 and $2 for shipping. Shipping for going through USPS, even just a smallest thing is $6. So there's no such thing as a $2 shipment, unless you put it in a little envelope. But then they'll probably try to pop out of the envelope, get pressed and everything. The guy had it on a piece of cardboard. I still have it here. I'm gonna show you the shipping label, but he had it on a piece of cardboard like this, and he had it stapled. So he had a piece of cardboard inside here, and that's how the guy shipped it like this. Because he cut a piece of cardboard, he'd take the pips and everything, and he put it in a piece of cardboard, squeeze together, put tape on it, shove it inside here, and staple this all up, put the shipping label on the other side, and ship it out. That's how he did it. And I don't know if it shows me the shipping cost on this or not. And sometimes, yeah, because I use stamps.com and everything, and there's no charge. This says 3 ounces. So all depends on the size of the package and the weight and everything. But I can always punch up the guy's address on mystamps.com and find out exactly what he'll charge me for a 3-ounce item to ship to him. So I might hang on to that, check that out, and let you guys know on Tuesday. So because I have that capability as well. Put them in an envelope and tape it. Yeah, I had one guy do that one time, and half of them lost in the envelope because remember, your envelope goes through a machine, and it goes like 1,000 miles an hour. If it gets caught, it gets ripped up and it's gone. So you got to think about that too. Put it in a piece of cardboard like that sandwich, you got a better shot. Me, I would put it in a small box or whatever, but I guess that'll have to do. Kevin says, "Well, Hakeem," and Kevin's got a smiley face. There you go. All righty then. Yep. And Hakeem says, I buy stamps like every 2 years. Me, I can buy stamps through stamps.com, and I don't have to go to the post office. Everything's right at my fingertips on the computer. Don't magnetize your lemons, Jim, Lemon Pie says. And I don't think that would happen too well unless you glue your stuff if you glue everything together. Kevin says, nice, Hakeem. And Kevin says, my mom buys stamps sometimes. Yeah. I can go to stamps.com. I log in. I got to pay a monthly fee in it every damn time, but it's a write-off, of course. But I pay the same price as what you would pay for postage. I have all the stuff that I can print with and everything. Got all kinds of boxes. I got all that stuff. Hakeem says, don't forget to hit the like button. Absolutely. Hit that like button. Yeah. Kevin says, I already hit the like button. Well, hit it again, damn it. Also, if you're going to make a donation, remember, we got 2 Dax videos. You got Kissing Dax and Dax Kissing Cisco. And please put that in there when you make the donation in a little message board so I know what's what. So we don't have any delays in that. So there you go. Yep. Alrighty. Are we ready to get through the strange new worlds here so we can muddle through it? Alright, let's go here. Now we get to see the Enterprise coming up. Try and get this dumb thing to work sometimes. We got Spock doing the log entry. Reduce speed in Zonia space in their travel. And we're in the transporter room, and we got Spock in there and good old Scotty. And they're talking about boosting the transporter to a longer distance. I need a bigger tablet sometimes. 460 kilometers, I think he said. Trying to make it long distance. In the original series, they try to do that stuff too. And Spock is telling him that he would be the responsible one for the longest transport in history of Starfleet. Thinking about bananas and fruits and stuff like that. But he's got a better object he wants to try to beam out. So he bends over and picks up a puppet. Little Ricky, I think he called it. Little Ricky. So Spock left the transporter room, and he's talking to Jan that they're canceling their date. Spock was looking forward for the date, and Spock said his mind hasn't been that great lately. But she says that she understands about the Griffin, the ghost ship. Matt had a theory about that ghost ship, by the way, too. I wish Matt was up here; he could tell you about that. Maybe he'll pop up about an hour later when we're done here, and he'll tell you his theory. And Jan is telling Spock that they've been heading in different directions for a while. And Spock says, "What are you suggesting?" And she goes, "Spock, neither tragedy and neither conclusion." Say that twice. He said he cannot. She says that he'll find a way of doing it. And she just walks away from him. And he looks at her, and kind of raises an eyebrow a little bit. Next thing you know, we're on the bridge with Captain Pike, talking to number one. Number one is telling him that there's Orion pirates in the area, so be aware. And Captain Pike says he ain't worried about it, but he's worried about his new chair. He has a brand new chair on the bridge of the Enterprise. And he sits down in a chair and he goes, that's nice and comfy. And it's supposed to be all hand controls that he can control most of the ship by just using his hands on data bases on the chair itself. And it sounds like he gets a little vibration going on there, and he's like, that feels so good. Yeah. Lemon Pie says, Strange New World. Is that the one where it was singing, or is that a different one? The puppet show, man. It's a puppet show. It is a puppet show. Did you see the picture I put on the stream? It's a puppet show, man. It's a bunch of puppets. And Spock, he's closing his eyes, and he hears all kinds of words in that behind him and everything. It sounds like from the ghost ship, when he got his ears snipped and stuff like that. Now Spock's in his quarters, talking to his Vulcan girlfriend. What the hell's your name again? T'Pau. So he's trying to get her to come over to the ship and everything so they can talk logic and that. Is Spike sitting too long in a vibrating chair and making people uncomfortable? I don't know. He just sat there and said it felt good, and he put his hands on a chair and started vibrating, and we're down talking to Spock now. T'Pring is her name. And you get a message from Scotty that says that his pup is ready to go for a ride, and Spock says he'll be right there. So T'Pring says, I don't know who Little is, and she says she must return to Vulcan, but if they was going to go by, she wouldn't mind them picking her up on the Enterprise so she can talk to Spock about Vulcan and logic. And she doesn't want any hijinks at all. Other than that, she don't want no screwing around going on. She wants to be like all business. So we see space out here, and we see the buoys. We see the shuttlecraft dropping off a couple buoys here, about 2 or 3 of them. He's contacting the Enterprise for final approach to get back to the Enterprise. Mr. Scott said that his friend T'Pring is on the Enterprise, and he acknowledges, and he's setting a course. He's setting a course back to the Enterprise, and Scotty's putting his puppet on the transporter pad, and he's getting ready to make a big ass mistake. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, transport, energizing. So his little puppet disappears, and all of a sudden, transporter malfunction pops up behind him on the screen. Then Scotty gets transported. People in the hallways start to get transported. Everybody on the ship gets transported. Medical bay, everybody in there getting transported. The whole damn ship gets transported. Everybody's transported. The only one that's not transported is good old Spock. He's still out in the shuttle in space. So he doesn't have to go through all this stuff. And Captain Pike had his hands up and is getting fuzzy, and all of a sudden he gets transported out too. So there you go. Captain, those are boys, Uhura. Okay. And all of a sudden the Enterprise disappears because it's being transported. So Spock's trying to contact him, and he's kind of like, what the hell happened out there? And he's trying to get a hold of Scotty too. Then Spock looks out at the view screen on the shuttlecraft, and all of a sudden the Enterprise appears again. It comes out of transport. And he lands on the shuttle bay. He looks around. Looks like everything looks normal to me. Shows his engine's not being red and the light flickering back and forth a little bit. He's in a transporter tube. Went up to the bridge doing this here like smoke maybe. The next thing you know, Muppet Pike stands up and says, what happened? Yeah, what happened? And he looks around, and number 1, helm officer, everybody is a freaking Muppet. Every single one of these officers are Muppet made. They're Muppets. Hakeem says that's their getting out the most things. Transporter malfunction. Yep. Oh, we have a transporter malfunction now and then too. All right. We're going to skip the intro here so we can get back into this, and we'll have intermission here coming up pretty shortly. So, yeah, if someone, I did have a transporter malfunction. I don't know if I still have that one or not. I used to have a transporter malfunction one. So now they're in I would imagine in a meeting room, they're all looking at their hands and all that, like, what the frack happened to me? They're just looking at each other. Even the engineer lady, and Scotty's trying to explain what happened. Significantly higher scale, level 5. And Spock goes, level 5, and Scotty says, well, at least it ain't level 6. So they're talking about all what's going on here. But what happened was, with the higher number of 5, and Little Ricky was in a transporter beam. That's probably why everybody turned into a Muppet, because of that. Yeah. So yeah, Scotty says something about crosswires and that, but Spock shows on the view screen that the transport transported everybody in the whole ship and all, everything got transported, and everything except for the ship got transported into a Muppet. Can you imagine Enterprise being a Muppet? There are people that have done that before. So there you go. I'm gonna put this on pause for a minute. I see we got some chats coming in. Hakeem says, "Come on, press a button." I wouldn't trust transporters. Well, we don't have transporters yet. We probably won't transfer for probably another 100+ years. We have no idea. And Hakeem says, you always will come out funny. Yeah. Come out funny is the way I say things, or something like that. Yeah, okay. And the Trek Reviewer is in the house. Welcome aboard. We'll put a star next to your name over there. And he says, I think they made a Muppet chapel like Miss Piggy. I don't really think so. I mean, I did see the video where they was talking about how they made the puppets, Muppets, or whatever you're going to call them. But the only weird one out of the whole bunch is Scotty. Scotty, they gave him the big round nose and the big wobbly ears and everything. But they said they got everybody pretty close to what they actually look like. And I don't know if they get to keep the puppets or not. That'd be pretty neat. That they would just give them the puppets so they can keep them. I have no idea. Akeem says, hello, Trek viewer. Lemon Pie says, you might come out of a transporter with 3 balls or something. It's kind of hard to control 2 balls now. A transporter viewer says, hi, Hakeem. And Hakeem says, Lamo, I was thinking something like that, either 3 or more, or none. Now, old as I am, if there ain't none down there, who cares, right? I don't got no kids now. Probably ain't gonna have no kids down the road either. All right, let's get back to this. Scotty said more complicated problem, not just an engineering problem, Doctor says. And the helmsman says, what the hell did we turn into? Well, yeah, they're all puppets. Yeah, they're all complaining that they can't control anything on the ship. They can't grab a phaser. They can't control their stations. They only got 4 fingers, so it's kind of hard to do anything. Of course, a puppet is not live. You don't have heat and everything coming off your fingers and that, so you can't control stuff. You think about it. And Pike's on the bridge and everything, contacting Admiral April, telling him about what happened, a level 5 transporter malfunction. And he goes, I never heard of a level 5 transporter malfunction. And now the helm officer said they're drifting to starboard. And the only one that can do anything on the whole ship is Spock. So Spock has to start running back and forth at every control to help each other for what's going on here. And Pike's telling him, "Don't let anybody know that you're all Muppets, puppets, whatever you want to call them." And they're supposed to get somebody out there in a couple of days to help them out. So Spock, he's standing there just kind of looking around, and Pike says, we can't do anything without you, Spock." So the captain, he's touching his new chair with the control pads and everything, and the computer says that unrecognizable hand control. So guess what? Spock's got to start doing all kinds of stuff. He's the only one that can control the whole ship. You know how big that ship is? That's a big ass ship. So I think we're back in the transporter room, and Scotty's trying to figure out his fracking mistake. Spock just came in. He's looking at it as well. And the security officer lady, she's in the transporter pad. They're thinking that if they transport her, that the buffer would keep the original pattern and put her back the way she was. That's what they're trying to do. But unfortunately, that didn't work out too well, because she stayed as a Muppet puppet for the rest of the whole episode. But they're trying everything they can to get everybody back to the original size. But using a transporter is not going to do it. Not at all. But they tried anyhow, and she beams back. She's still a puppet. So, and she's like, I'm still a puppet. I'm still a puppet. I'm still a puppet. She don't want to be a puppet. Oh man, her freaking arm just popped off. So guess what? Now we got to go down to sick bay, and Spock, he's sewing her arm back on. Yeah, he's sewing his arm back on. And they're asking if there's any pain or anything, and she goes, "Oh, I don't feel anything, just a little tingly. That's about it." And Nurse Chapel, she's having a hard time with anything that she can try to do. Nah, I don't think that she looks like Miss Piggy that much. So they sew her arm back on, and she's moving around like, that works pretty good now. So the doctor and Nurse Chapel's talking about a few things about what they learned about what's going on with the Muppet crew here. So they're trying to understand what's going on, what they can do about it. And Spock's apologized to her for if he's overstepping, and she's like, it's okay. Yep, she knows that the puppet, she can't do what she wants to do, because the puppet can't do everything that you want to do. Puppet's not alive, but doesn't have the heat on your fingers and that, so it's gonna be a little hard to do stuff. Debuzzle? And talking about T'Pring about being a puppet, and she is not happy being a puppet at all. She doesn't want any mischief at all, as we said earlier. But guess what happened? Muppet time. Spock asked her if everything's fine or not fine, and she says everything is not fine. And people's calling him up on the intercom, telling him problems on the bridge, transporter, engineering, and Spock, he's breathing hard, back, he's just like, jeez. He says, T'Pring, I got to go and get stuff done. And T'Pring slaps him in the face. And he says, you slapped me. And she says, I'm trying to bring the Vulcan back out of you. Remember, the Vulcans, you got to slap them so they can feel pain to get back to logic and all that. like the ghost ship. Remember that one? So there you go. And she's saying too many people is requiring your aid. That you're going to run yourself ragged. That's probably you're going to see Spock on the bridge just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, crazily. Even as a puppet, he says that she is very helpful to him, and she takes and slaps him in the face and walks out of the room. Back on the bridge again. He's sitting at the helm trying to get things figured out here. Comms officer says that she can't control her station. Sometimes they recognize her fingerprints, but not too often, just now and then. All of a sudden, the alarm goes off. There's a Orion interceptor. The pirates are here. And they're scanning the ship and finding out that they're going to find out there's only one person on board. All the rest of them are not there. So Uhura wants to answer, but she ain't too sure if she can control her station. So she's calling Spock over there to help with comms a little bit. Captain Pike asks Spock to abandon the helm there and go over to the comms, but audio only, so they can't see him. So they're talking back and forth with the Orion traders, Orion pirates, I should say. I was rooted. You was rooting for the green Orions, huh? I was rooting for the green Orions. Want to see if the ship was damaged and if they require aid, they was going to beam people over to help them out. Of course, they want to take over the ship. You know that. And they're still moving towards the Enterprise, and Pike is telling her that if she gets any closer, they're going to fire phasers and torpedoes. Then all of a sudden, the Orion lady says, "Oh, of course, Captain." And they read that the ship is moving back a little bit, moving away from the Enterprise. And of course, Uhura hits the wrong button. Next thing you know, they can see everybody's on the bridge as a freaking Muppet puppet. And they're looking at each other and looking at the view screen like, what the heck is going on over there? They're all Muppets. Intermission time. So, how am I doing so far? Yeah, I kind of feel like this.
He's an asshole, sir.
I know that. What's his name?
That is his name, sir. Asshole. Major asshole.
And his cousin?
He's an asshole, too, sir. Gunner's mate, first class, Philip Asshole.
How many assholes we got on this ship, anyhow?
Go!
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Keep firing, assholes!
Yeah, keep firing. That's what they was telling the Ryans. You keep getting any closer, we're going to fire our phasers and torpedoes. So there you go. So keep your distance, lady, or we're going to kick your ass. That's what I would have told her. And Hakeem says, I was hoping they would end them quickly and start a new series starting Trek Orion. Deep Layer 9. Deep Layer 9? Interesting, Hakeem. Interesting. So don't forget, if you're going to make any more donations tonight, there's 2 videos. Kissing Dax or Kissing Cisco. Write in the message board which one you want to see. All you got to do is send 99 cents, $1, whatever. And you can see that video. So we're doing the same thing as Berto Prey 5. Yeah, there you go. And stop. Hey, stop making faces over there.
Sir. Yes. Oh. Never have that damn thing down in front of me. How do I know you're not making faces at me under that thing?
President Screw.
Yeah.
Ryan Captain says, Captain Pike, are you a Muppet? I can see your lips moving, your mouth moving up and down. And he goes, no, we're not a puppet. And he says, she goes, you know you're a puppet. And he says, we will just defend our ship here. Yep, she's right. Spock is the only one that is controlling the Vidge, running back and forth and everything. Now the Ryans are firing torpedoes at the Enterprise. Got a little fire, smoke. Everybody running like Muppets. You know, Muppets. And Spock, Pike asks Spock how much damage, and the Ryan lady says a lot. And there's 2 more torpedoes that hit the bridge. Got a green alien down below running like crazy, or a green or blue one, whatever it was. I hear sirens. Must be something going on around here. And ship's starting to lean over a little bit. More torpedoes from the Ryan ship. Spock gets over to the weapons area and finally hit the torpedo button and fired 2 torpedoes, and must have disabled the Ryan ship only with 2 torpedoes. That's pretty damn good. So now Spock is in the helm trying to level out the ship, trying to get the hell out of there, but they only had 20% power of engines left, and now they're stuck there. And they said Scotty was stuck in the bathroom, but then we're getting down into engineering. Scotty is under a torpedo. I couldn't figure that out. Why they got a torpedo in an engineering section? Shouldn't that be in the weapons section instead of being over there? I couldn't figure that one out. Why would you put that torpedo in the engineering section? So they're trying to get Scotty out from under the torpedo. And of course, torpedoes are pretty heavy, according to what's going on here. So Spock's trying to pick it up. Remember, he's the only human human. Half human, half Vulcan. He's the only living person that's on the ship. He can't lift that damn torpedo. But since they're Muppets and everything, Scotty learned that he can scoot around in small areas or whatever. So he got out under the torpedo. And now Pike is telling Spock that they're trying to enter, the Ryans are trying to enter the shuttle bay. So Spock is heading that way, and he runs into T'Pring, and she's got 2 weapons that she's carrying. And she's telling him about Orion pirates, that they would throw signals or whatever to a certain part of the ship, but they're trying to attack from the other part of the ship. And all of a sudden, the doors down below opens up, so they move over to the side. Spock grabs a phaser, and the Ryans are looking around. We got 3 Ryans, the lady and 2 guys. So Spock's got the phaser, shot twice. I thought he knocked the one guy down, but didn't. And all of a sudden they shoot Spock, and he knocks down. So that's it. Orion's got control of the Enterprise. Since the Muppets can't do anything at all, so that's Spock only. Intermission time again. So there you go. Hey, all right. Let's. This was the last comment I remember from earlier. Hakeem says, Jim, they made a puppet. EP logic is out of the windows. Yeah, okay. Hey, Carl, what's up? Easy, Jim. Easy. Yeah, okay. Trying to get through this. There you go. Thank you, Carl, for being here. Appreciate it. And Hakeem says, hello, Carl. Good to see you. Yep, great to see you there, Carl. Anybody catch Sci-Fi Nation's stream last night?
combination?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
That's amazing. I've got the same combination on my luggage.
It's got the same combination as luggage. How I keep changing my damn combination. 1, 3, 4, 2, 5. If you can remember that, there's nothing in there. Carlos says, have a drink. Oh, had a drink tonight, being Friday, lol. Yeah. Got my drink right here. Yeah. Ice. Lifesavers flavor I think it's raspberry. Oh, strawberry. Pretty good stuff. Hey, we got a school bus of people in it. Not on the ship, though. Carl says 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Well, it's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only five digits, but you got 5 digits there. There you go. Yeah. Hey, Carl, did you find the captain out there yet? He's reported missing. Hakeem says, I once choked on a lifesaver. How can you choke on a lifesaver? It's got the hole in the center. Kind of, I never heard anybody choke on a lifesaver. So anyhow, back on the Enterprise here, we got Spock tied up by the Orions, and Orion lady's trying to get the codes out of him, and of course the Spock is not going to give them any codes at all. Remember, a Vulcan's got to do what a Vulcan's got to do. And he says, puppets or not, you are, got the finest crew of all Starfleet. Muppets, puppets or not, they're the finest crew of all Starfleet. So there you go. So security lady try to stop them, and they're running into the guy, trying to punch him and stuff like that. And the guy's just standing there, just laughing at him. Took and kick one against the wall already. And number one, she's running out of energy. She just keep hitting and says, "Can't you feel this?" And he just takes and picks her up by the shoulders and throws her against the wall. Next thing you know, the Ryans are on the bridge, and captain's telling everybody to hold the bridge. Uhura and Scotty got handled by Ryan, slammed them and threw them against the wall. And the helm lady, she's trying to punch this guy here little by little, and she's pushing her away so he can't touch him. And he flings her out of the way. So now she's trying to get Pike out of the chair, but the engineering lady, she's throwing stuff at the lady, and she's just like, you're not going to hurt me. So she pulled this big old knife out, sliced her right in half. Oh, she's a two-piecer right now. She's a two-piecer. Yeah. So then she gets up on the command chair and tells Pike to get out. Puts a knife, that sword, right on him. And now Scotty's trying to get the engineer lady and trying to figure out what's going on. It's kind of weird though. It looks like there's something like oozing out of her, but just the stuffing, I guess. Pike gets up and she's got the sword next to his neck there. She picks him up, drops him to the floor, just drops him like a sack of potatoes. Yeah, there you go. So now the Ryans are on the bridge. They're sitting in a chair. She's got her two henchmen next to her, and there you go. So now we're in the sick bay. We're sewing. No, I don't know. We're not in sick bay. We're in the meeting room. We're sewing up the engineer lady in back, trying to get her sewed back up a little bit so we can get her back in shape again. Carl says, whereas he gone, lol. Hakeem says, I was 11 and I was 11 and eating in the middle of a class. Lol. Okay. So they're talking about they try to get back, try to get the bridge back, try to get all the shit back, get the Ryans off the damn ship and everything. But remember, they're all puppets, and that's gonna be hard to do because they can't do too much. So they're still sewing up the engineer lady. Pike's talking to them about they got to try to do whatever they can try to do to get the damn ship back. Pike says he's short and fluffy and still beautiful, but he's still the captain. And he says that he's going to try to rescue Spock because he's got to get Spock back so they can run the ship. They got to have Spock to run the ship. Remember? So back in the bar area, Spock and the Ryan guy, he's eating food, drinking stuff, whatever. Just he just munching away on stuff. And they're down there trying to get the command codes out of Spock there. And Spock just not going to give them the command codes. Kind of funny how they got them tied up. They got like two belts. One belt across this way, another belt across this way. You know, like a big old X and everything. Trying to keep them tied up to the chair. So the Ryan guy says he's pretty good at reading people. And he says, You are very stressed, my friend. And Spock says he's captive because his ship is being hostage, The rest of the crew are all puppets. You're the only human on board, he says. And Spock says it has been difficult. So the Ryan sits next to him and keeps on talking to him, trying to get the codes out of him, of course. Wild noise just barreled through. Just give me the damn codes. So, not working too well. Yeah, I don't think it'll be working too well. Things are complicated with ex-girlfriend. With the bring. He says with a women Orion, you just do what they tell you to do. That's how they do it. I always thought the Ryan men ruled instead of the Ryan woman. Totally different. Yeah, the Ryan guy says trying to distract Spock, so his captain shows up and trying to get the codes out. So they're close to an airlock over here, and you got her and the two henchmen that she has. Oh, there's Pike. They got Pike right behind the guy's back, and he's got a gag in his mouth. He takes his gag off, and Pike's telling Spock, Don't give him any codes, no matter what they do. They throw him into the airlock, close the door. You see all kinds of yellow lights are flashing like crazy. And Pike is telling Spock, he put his hands up on the glass. Spock put his hands up, just like I like in Star Trek 2. Then the lady hits the button to open the airlock door, and there goes Pike floating right out into space. And Spock, he's got his hands on the window, and he's like, "Oh my God, what happened? Why did he go?" I mean, he's shocked. Spock is shocked that his captain is in space right now, and he keeps looking in the glass and everything. And the rest of the Muppets in the ship there, they're just looking out the window, and they see Captain Pike floating around in space. So there you go. Jeff B. What's up, Jeff B? Hail Jim, Hakeem, Carl, Sir Lemon of Scurvy. Gave you a little star there. Thank you for popping on there, Jeff B. Now we got the engineer lady on the table. She's dancing around with her fluffy blonde hair over the place, all like curly hair. Jeff B says, Aren't Aren't puppets just female dogs? I don't know. I was always told that a female dog is a bitch. That's what I was told. So Captain Pike, he's knocking on the window and that floating out there in space. Scotty's waving at him through the window. And Scotty's a goofy guy. So they're looking at him and go, hey, he's still alive. So is anybody going to let the captain in? Intermission time. Yeah. Aren't puppets just female dogs? Puppets. What? As I said, I was always told that a female dog is a bitch. So, I have no idea. Things are getting a little weird around here.
No. Please. No, not that.
Yes, that.
Sanders! Sir!
I smell Franken beans burning to you. Yeah, we're on intermission for a minute here, so we'll run a couple of videos here. But yeah, also as a reminder on donations, if anybody's going to do a donation, it's all volunteer. You don't have to do donations and everything. But if you want to see the Dax videos, the Kissing Dax or Dax and Cisco Kiss, like I said, 99 cents, dollar, whatever. That's all you need just to donate that small amount to see that video. And of course, if I get a big amount like last time, I played both of them twice. I could have played a third time. Lol. There you go. They got law going on here. So yeah, after this thing, we got 5 more episodes to go. Am I going to make all 5 more episodes? Oh my goodness! Space, the final frontier. Here we're back in space. Captain Pike is talking. He's drifting through space. He goes, "Hey, I'm still alive. I'm not dead." He says, I can see the stars. I can see the galaxy. Everything looked pretty darn good. Now he's on the ship. He says, I'm no longer a Starfleet captain. I'm a puppet captain. Everything about tactical defense will work, he says. So, yes, he's got a puppet crew, but they need to act like puppets. And, of course, that's how things kind of turn a little bit. Captain says we can pick up and discarded, like thrown against the walls and that as they had in the past. Get cut in half with swords and all that. Sew them all back together. He says we do not need oxygen to breathe at all. And T'Pring's like trying to say a few things. Must proceed with caution. Status quo on this starship. Please acknowledge the situation is absurd. Taken into the premises, the helmed officer said. Then T'Pring starts yelling and screaming. Ah! Engineer lady says, pandemonium wins. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Prime example of puppet advantage. Emote explosions. Accurate. So what's your plan? Take the bridge. Pike wants to take the bridge back. Doctor says, we tried and we failed. What happened? And Pike says, because we didn't act like puppets. We got to act like puppets, think outside the box in order to take back the ship. And Pike says, I need your help. I need everybody's help. And T'Pring says she has doubt. She says, fine, she shall help. She'll help into chaos. But Pike says, does anybody know how to get out of this room? Scotty, he's working on a glove. He's working on a glove so the sensors can acknowledge him and or open doors. And all of a sudden they walk out, and this big old Vulcan robe-like thing got pointy things on the ends there. The head comes up and you see Captain Pike right there, and the Green Orion's like, "What?" He says, "What the hell?" And Pike opens up the robe there, and you see three. You got Pike and the other two standing on top of each other. Pike, he says, "Okay, guys, let's go." And they start running, and Pike leaps into the Ryan. The security officer lady, she runs on the walls and everything, kicks him in the face. He hits the wall. He falls down. So that's one guy down. That's one down. So now they're trying to get going here. The engineer lady's talking to Scotty and saying, "That's very genius that you made a glove." So he says, we're trying to get the ship back, so we got to get something that's going to work. So Scotty takes his hand up, puts it up by the door, and he gets a big old charge out of it. He goes, "Oh yeah, got a big old charge right there." Yeah, he says, "Okay." He said, "I'll be there soon." And he passes out. And now the Ryan lady, the Ryan guy's got T'Pring took her down to Spock in the bar there, and they're still trying to get the codes out of Spock. So he grabs T'Pring's hand. He's got a torch, and he torches her hand on fire. And she's like acting like, it hurts like heck. But of course, puppets don't feel anything. And she told Spock that Pike's alive and he needs his help. And Orion says he's alive, and she says yes, he's alive, and we got a plan, and I don't feel any pain. And she touches his arm catches on fire, and he's winging around. That's a bad thing to do. You wing it around, you got all that stuff on his arm on fire, and he's trying to get it knocked out, and he hits himself on the wall and knocks himself out. What a crazy Orion guy, He gets knocked out on his own crap, and T'Pring takes her hand and puts it in water, ice, or whatever, and singes the fire out. And she unravels the straps on Spock, makes him loose, and she's talking back. They're talking back and forth about stuff. And next thing, all of a sudden, that you see her saying that Pike has a plan, and she takes a hand that was on fire and puts it on Spock, as a Vulcan mind meld, and that way she can transfer all the information to him in an instant, find out what's going on. And we got this little helm guy on the bridge. He's hanging on at the navigation station. He's just like, ha ha ha, hope they don't see me. But the lady, the green lady on the bridge, she's in a chair trying to contact the guy down there where Spock's at, trying to get information. He's not answering. So the turbo doors open up, and here comes a Muppet parade. They're all storming into the bridge and everything. And the Ryan guy's like, hey, so they're all hitting them, everything, bouncing around. They're acting like Muppets puppets. They're got a hold of the Muppets got a hold of the guy's leg. He can't move too good, slamming him down on the floor, hitting him on the walls and everything, poking eyes out. And one helm guy, he's kind of underneath. She takes a gun and shoots him. Now there's a perfect circle right through him. He lost his belly and everything. The doctor's got two spike things in his hands. He's running towards him and sticks it in his legs. And the security lady, she gets up on a console, and she's got, while the Ryan guy's got the engineer lady, they're trying to hold him down and everything. Here comes Spock to the rescue, and they're all the puppets are going like crazy. The guy in the red shirt, he's holding his arms out and he's got that hole in his stomach and everything. And the Bring says, "Get to the captain's chair now." And Spock says, "Okay." And he sees all the puppets flying around on the bridge here. So Spock is like having problems with breathing a little bit. And T'Pring says, "This situation, it's got to go a lot better than what it is." And he says they are the solution. So you got to listen to the puppets to find out what's going on here. Of course, I know what happens at the end there, but the puppets are just smacking like crazy, smacking that guy around, lady and everything. Or just smacking the crap out of those Orions. And Spock walks over to the captain and says, "Captain, I need your help." And Pike says, "Whatever you need, just do it." So he picks up Pike the puppet and slings him towards the lady that's sitting in his command chair. She looks at him, smiles, and of course he gets on her head and smacks him around a little bit. Spock gets into the chair, hits a couple command codes, and she takes and throws Pike off to her. And she's telling Spock that she has a highly active team that knows what they're doing, how to take control of the ship. And all you hear is beeping, and the beeping's getting a little bit louder, a little bit louder, a little bit louder. And Spock is not saying a word at all. He's not saying anything. She pulls out her phaser and points it at him, and she says, "Why aren't you saying anything?" And Pike pops up and says he is conserving his oxygen because in a few minutes you be dropping like flies on the bridge here. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Even the doggies know all about that. Yeah, even the doggies are rooting for that. How about that? So now Spock, he's starting to pass out a little bit as well. And Pike says, "Come on, let's move." Next thing you know, they wake up in sick bay here, and you got everybody looking at Spock, and Spock says, "What happened?" And the doctor says, "We put the oxygen mask on you just in time, and we put you on a cart and brung you down to sick bay." He goes, and Spock asks about the Orions, where are they? And they beam them to the brig. Too bad that they didn't turn them into a muppet, huh? Sturdy and dependable. You're also puppets, Spock says. Is it permanent? He says, "Nope. Scotty has an idea to reverse the situation." Quantum polyfield? Okay. They won the bridge, okay, girls? They got the bridge back, okay? Okay, I know, you're happy about that. I know, okay. And Spock would say, "Well, how come you haven't turned..." All right. Hey, I'm trying to talk here. Can I finish my thought? Gee. So Spock asked him how come that they didn't turn back, and of course they said that they want to do something. So next thing you know, all right, they got the bridge back, okay? And they're out there floating in space a little bit. they're floating around, and number one says, I like to experience this. I hope I never forget about this. And of course, that they never did it. And all of a sudden, you see the guy with the red shirt with the hole in the middle floating around in space out there. Then you see the Pring and Spock back in his quarters. It's okay. That's all right. They got the bridge back, I told you, all right? They're fine. They're good. The Ryans are in the brig. Is that okay? Boy, the dogs are excited over that. So now the Pring's talking to Spock about appreciating what was going on. He said the crews might be a little bit orthodox about safety, but they care about each other a lot. She finds that endearing. And Spock says that he remembers when she finds his human side appealing to her. And they're holding hands a little bit. Human hand touching a puppet hand. So they have a little moment of looking at each other. It's okay. My goodness. They're all excited over the bridge. So Spock kind of, is that what they do? Spock's touching her face and everything. You know, touching a Muppet puppet face there. I don't know why I keep saying Muppet puppet. And Spock leans in. Hey, should we capture this one too? Spock kissing a puppet. Can we get that one going too? And you make a donation on that one? You don't see too much of it anyhow. But you look out the windows and you see all the crew floating around out in space. All right. And all of a sudden Spock picks up and he's like, and T'Pring's like, oh, you finally woke up. You've been asleep for hours. So there you go. And he says, you're no longer a puppet to T'Pring. And she says, I was never a puppet. She says, you've been asleep for several hours. They had some kind of transporter accident. The transporter damaged his shuttle. And he was knocked out because of that. So he had a thought. He had an unusual dream. A puppet dream. Yeah, it was a puppet dream, all right. Hang on there till we get this done here. Face anxiety. Yeah. And to bring us to the great relief. Sounds necessary. Necessary or unnecessary, one of the two. She says, you got to go see Dr. Benga, and he said, I'm fine. He stands up. She stands up a little bit. They face each other, being in his quarters. What is that doing here? Little Ricky? Mr. Scott left it for him. He said, it's there, so when Spock wakes up, they'll cheer him up, and Spock says, it will not. So he walks over, T'Pring walks out of the quarters. He's looking at little Ricky over there, just staring at it, not saying a word. Little Ricky's got his big mouth open, looking straight at him, with that red hair and that red glowing eye, and that's it. The episode's over with. All right. What do you think of that, everybody? That's done. Yep, even the dogs got excited when everybody took over the bridge, got the bridge back, and put the Ryans back in their freaking, put them in a damn brig and probably charge them with stuff for trying to take over a Federation starship. I would imagine so, but yeah, even the dogs got excited over that part. I mean, I kept telling them it's all right. They got the bridge back. Even the dogs get excited sometimes. Yeah. All right, back to comments. Here we go. Jeff B says viewed some cries of this episode brutal. You would have thought they were reviewing recent Star Wars. I don't know. Akeem says, so puppets can't open doors, but they have the strength to knock out a guy. Well, the sensors didn't recognize their hands and stuff like that. You got to remember, everything is electronic in that ship. And of course, us humans, we have heat and stuff in our fingers that sensors would recognize. So that's why they was having a hard time. I mean, they did open doors in that, but they had to act like Muppets, jump. They had to gang up on a person, put a puppet on each leg, have another puppet fly in the air, trying to knock them over, slam them in the wall, stuff like that. They all had to work together in order to get the bridge back, basically. Yeah, Jeff B says, green Orion slave girls, but not in a puppet form. Thanks. Yeah, no slave girls in this one at all. The lady was a captain, and she was controlling the guys. Like it says, totally opposite. Those writers really need to go back in history and find out about the Ryans. The Ryans are supposed to be slave traders and stuff like that. They're supposed to sell the women for profit. That's what the Ryans are supposed to do. But they're not doing that. Hakeem says those were discounted Orions, so the woman looked a bit rough. Yeah. She must have had something pretty bad to eat. That's why that she turned green. She was a mean one, too, I tell you. She was a mean one. Jeff B says, you saw this episode, Hakeem? So sorry. How would you rate it, 1 through 10? And Hakeem says 0. Really? 0? Boy. Hakeem says, it made me say screw the rest of the episode and watch something else. What made you do that? I'm kind of curious. I got a fly in here trying to. I killed 3 flies yesterday. Today had dogs let one damn fly in, and he's driving me nuts. Jeff B says your dogs believe the Orions look rough too, Jim. Well, the dogs were happy that the Ryans got put in a brig, so they wouldn't be taken over to Enterprise anymore. They was rooting for the puppets, so they can get their ship back. Hakeem says, I thought the dancing Klingons were bad last year, but this is just as bad. Huh. Interesting comments about this here. This is me. I'm not too ruthless on episodes and stuff like that. Well, I shouldn't say I'm not. When Discovery came on and I seen a bald Klingon, and I'm like, being a Star Trek Trekkie for many years, being one since day one back in '66. I was only four years old at the time when I first watched Star Trek, and I've been an active Star Trek Trekker all these years. I watch videos over and over and over and over. I know a lot of stuff, and it's just kind of weird how we had bald Klingons on the Discovery. But also, you also have to remember a lot about this, that today's writers, when they make stuff up or whatever, they should go do research into histories and find out what a Orion is, what they actually do, and so forth. As you see in the original series, they're like slave sellers. They raise these women up, they buy and sell and stuff like that. That's what Orion's supposed to do. But on this episode, it's totally different. But I thought at times, at at the end part when they was acting like puppets, that it was pretty funny to see what they was trying to do to get these Orions knocked down so they can take the ship back over again. Remember, you only had 3 Orions that we seen on the bridge and other places, so there wasn't that many on board. But since the whole crew was nothing but puppets and everything, they didn't have the ability to take over the ship. But as they kicked out Pike in the airlock, and they learned that they didn't need any oxygen in that they learned from that experience right then and there that they know what they have to do to take back the ship, and that's what they did. So it was an interesting episode. It was funny at times, especially at almost at the tail end, as I said, when they was trying to gang up on the Ryans and do what they had to do. A puppet's got to do what a puppet's got to do to knock the shit out of those damn Orions and take over the Enterprise. How about that one? So there you go. But I would give it like a B plus at my ratings. For me to give an A or A plus, that ought to be damn good. But the Ghost Ship one, I think I gave that one like a B minus, but I'll give this one like a B plus. So I guess I'm a little different when it comes to Star Trek, because I don't live and breathe Star Trek, but I know about Star Trek and what it's all about. So to take that into account, that when these episodes come out, it's always the writers that don't know what they're writing about. So you gotta kind of go with that a little bit right there. Go by episode. But this episode here, they're ripping it apart like crazy. And so, being a true Trekker, I think they're kind of a little harsh on this episode. Yeah, it was a little crazy and not trying to understand what was happening at the beginning, but it was explained almost at the end when they was taking over that they, as I said, the puppets got to do what the puppets got to do to take over the ship. So there you go. Hopefully no one gets mad at me for saying all this stuff, but being a hardcore trekker like me, you gotta kind of watch it more than just once to understand that episode. So there you go. And about the dancing Klingons last year, I laughed my ass off. I never ever seen a group of Klingons dancing and singing like that. And a lot of people got angry with me last year about that, because I think I gave that probably like an A or something like that. But it's just funny how they do stuff. I mean, a Klingons got to do what a Klingon shouldn't be dancing, but they did. I'm surprised no one tears apart my fan films, because I wear a mask. Everybody knows it's me. I got a voice machine and all kinds of different stuff and everything. And I do everything mostly myself anymore, because I don't have too many actors. I know that Larry said he wants to be part of it, and now Sci-Fi Nation wants to get back into it again. Jay over there. And that's really... Oh, wait a minute. Janet from Another Planet said that if I want her to do anything, to let her know. So I got possibility 3 actors right there that might be coming back to do stuff. So we'll just have to see what happens. But when you've seen the fan film that I did Tuesday, I did it Monday. I spent 4 hours making that video. And I put on there to please watch the video and make a comment on that. I only got 1 comment back so far. I was looking for feedback to find out if you liked it or didn't like it, what kind of changes to make, and so on. So if you wouldn't mind, go back and watch it again. And if you find something that you don't like or whatever, let me know. I'm trying to get feedback on this so I can make it better for everybody that likes my fan film there. I'm trying to think and talk at the same time here. So there you go. Jeff B says, I prefer a Star Trek, not a Star Trek actual show being a party of itself. Yeah, Star Trek is very good. I mean, it's puppets, and they do crazy stuff in there as well, but they're all puppets. The ship and everything is all puppets. It's a puppet episode, the whole damn thing. And they do just as good. Yep. They do just as good. Kevin says, hey, Jeff B. Kevin says, hey, Carl. And Jeff B says, hell, Kevin. There you go. Whew. So, like I said, hopefully everybody likes the way I'm doing this. I try to put in my little input there a little bit there, now and then a little bit. But,
When did we get to Disneyland?
yeah, the ding, ding, the ding, 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 ding. Yeah, the ding didn't want to come up tonight, so whatever. I could send him a link and see if he still wants to pop over here. He was having late dinner and problems and stuff like that. He probably burned his pizza. Akeem says, your fan films has logic and meaning with some fun. Big difference to me comparing this. Comparing to this. Okay, well, yeah, well, it's a real human with a mask on and trying to come up with lines and that, and everything that I do is improv. Like I said, I wrote down a few characters I did about a year or two ago. I wrote down stuff. I'm going to say I sat here, I read it over and over and over, even propped it up and everything. Got all dressed up, turned that camera on, and everything was totally different from what I wrote down. It was totally different. Improv is just bouncing off your brain there, put in the words, and hope the hell everybody likes it. So that's pretty much it on that there. I mean, if you guys want to be part of Commodore Productions, let me know. You can do the same thing. I mean, all you gotta do is have your shirts, and if you got any shirts, whatever, and I can show you where to get shirts at a decent price. You watch a video, anytime you watch something, you watch the news or you watch the weather or whatever, you always make a comment about something, right? I mean, what we all do. Pretty much the same thing in my fan film. It's all improv. I had a few people that wrote stuff down, and it's kind of funny that they got the paper way out there. They got the paper way out there in front of them, and they're looking at the camera and reading this here, reading the camera, reading that there. Memorize the lines and try to remember and keep watching that camera. It's not easy doing that. Not easy at all, because you're trying to remember what you read and looking at that camera at the same time to say it. But like I said, when I write stuff out and I look at my paper and I do my improv, it's totally different every time. Totally different. So there you go. Akeem says, I don't know about Star Trek. It looks worse watching. Thanks, Jeff. It's pretty good stuff. Star Trek, is a lot better than what Strange New Worlds was. Star Trek is more funny stuff, more funny episodes and everything. Yeah, it's not canon or anything, but it's just a funny way of doing a Star Trek. That's all it is. So there you go. So yeah, hit that button. Wrong button, Jim. Yep, pretty much. Oh, we had 8 people earlier. I was going through, and now we're down to 4. We had 7 people in chat tonight. Thank you very much for that. I'm gonna send Sci-Fi Nation a link in case he wants to come up and talk about something. That's totally up to him. Don't bring no beer up. Read my rules down below about drinking on stream here. We don't like that stuff here. Well, we don't like crazy stuff that's happened. That's all I'm saying about that. I ain't trying to piss anybody off. Just trying to have a good stream, good, happy, fun stream here. Jeff B says, you enjoy it, Hakeem. It is a scream, especially at mutt time. Mutt time is like a mock time with Spock and that trying to win to bring over and all that. It's pretty fun, pretty funny stuff. Jeff B says burp, blurp, blurp. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, we've been on for an hour and a half. Holy fly papers, Batman. A whole hour and a half? Holy melee. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, another comment come in. Akeem says, now I have something to watch over the weekend. There you go. But yeah, if you guys can watch the fan film I did Monday, watch it again, watch it a couple of times. If you find anything that is not right or want changes, whatever, I'm doing the fan films for you guys out there, even for the ones that paid for the membership and everything. You get to see everything before anybody else does. That's the whole idea. That's why it's called a demo video. So yeah, I was kind of a little disappointed that I only got one comment, and that it's been watched about 15 times already, and only one comment. Like, well, and the comment I got was very good, right to the T of the video. So that person, I ain't saying who it is, but that person knows exactly what's going on, and they probably might be putting pieces together to find out who really is doing the stuff to the Ferengi. Just like you've seen with Captain Finkel, he's the one that's doing all the crazy stuff to get the Ferengi in trouble. But who really is Captain Finkel and doing all the crazy stuff? Think about it. It might surprise you. It won't be said in the fan film who really is, but I think if you watch it enough, you might get the general idea. Internet, saying bad things, pretty easy to figure it out. So it's all out there. I thought I heard a beep here. It must be. I heard a beep again. Yeah, don't think I shut off my headset, but I'll leave the headset on. But yeah, it's you're watching enough, you might get the idea of who I'm talking about. And that video was a voiceover that I kept talking about for many months. That was made the first of the year, and one day I decided when I was down here, and I thought, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get that damn fan film going. So I assigned characters to the voices, and I'm getting a lot. I know that we watch it over there at Sci-Fi Nation, and he goes, "That's pretty good stuff." I know a few other people that have told me that's pretty good stuff. Just like on here, I mean, it was said that it was fun to watch. Let's see if I can find that comment again. Yeah, buddy. So puppets can't open the doors, huh? Yeah. So yeah, I enjoy doing the fan films and that, but I enjoy it more when I had a whole crew and everything that we bounce off of each other. And right now, I'm just bouncing off myself. But the voiceover helped me out a lot to get where I was at, and surprising, it was over 10 minutes long. Uh, I know Larry watched it, and he goes, "Okay, you see the ship, and that's it." And I says, "Yeah, we're at the point where a commander or a captain, which Larry wants to be a commander, being on a starship, which is going to be the US's, uh, yeah, being the brain and brain. What is brain? Everybody's brain's better than yours. USS Ajax there. That as you know, that Commodore Boone is on shore leave, so trying to get a different commander, or maybe I can assign a captain to the. All right, everybody, hang on a minute. I gotta leave for a minute, so let me see if I can find something to put it on so you guys can watch it. Hang in there for a minute. I guess people don't realize I'm live.
Sir?
What?
Are we being too literal?
No, you fool. We're following orders. We were told to comb the desert, so we're combing it.
Found anything yet? Nothing yet, sir. How about you? Not a thing, sir. What about you guys? We ain't found shit.
I'm having trouble with the radar, sir.
What's wrong with it?
I've lost the bleeps, I've lost the sweeps, and I've lost the creeps.
The what? The what? And the what?
You know, the bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps.
That's not all he's lost.
All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Had to get some got frozen stuff. Had to put it in the freezer. Been nice to have someone else on panel to take over a little bit, but unfortunately we didn't have anybody tonight, so got to play it solo. So there you go. So we might be on for another 15 minutes, and we'll call it a night. You usually stay on for about 3 hours, but yeah, sorry about that delay there. But I can't get the dogs to do the damn thing. I wish the dogs would be able to do that for me. That'd been pretty damn neat. Have a dog sit up here and just, all he's gonna do is just sit there and look at you. So yeah, dead air on the stream's not good, but we don't do that often. Only once in a great moon or whatever. But yeah, I rush around trying to throw shit in the freezer and had to take. I got a couple breakfast sandwiches, so I had to rip one out of the freaking bag and box and throw it in there and stuff it in the damn freezer. So it's like, geez, we're live here, and now we got to do this other stuff. But that's just the way life works, right? Just the way life works. So there you go. Yeah, and we've seen Curly going up the ladder, screwing things up. How about this one?
I got the saw, Mo. Yeah, well, you're too late. Oh, what's the matter with you? You're trying to hurt someone? Why, you? Oh, look. Now look what you did. It's not my fault. It was a chain reaction on a saw, see? Saw. Oh, a punster, eh? Where's that hammer? No, where's that hammer? Not that. Give it anything but that.
Uh-oh, it's getting a hammer after him. Oh, no. Yeah, Larry up here, he would be talking about the donut remover.
Hey, you're in luck. I got a donut remover right here.
What's a donut remover?
It's one of these. Donut remover.
Huh, what are the odds of that?
Hey, Mugwump! Mother Superior's looking for you!
Yeah, let me get him.
Yeah, that numb's got a hard head. Oh man, he's got a hard head. Oh, what do you think about that hard head?
Amen. Hallelujah. And boom shagalaka.
Yeah, boom shagalaga. There you go. Jeff B says, no worries, Jim. Real life happens. Got that right. Yeah, real life happens. Hell, we had what, 3 or 4 people last time and just me up here. Wow. Things changed. It's a Friday and everybody's got other stuff to do. I know Larry sent me a letter and he says, oh, I got things to do, so I won't contact you until next Tuesday. So what happened to the fan film part? Try to be the person on the bridge here so we can continue with the bridge here. Do I get someone else to take the spot and try to get going? I have other captains I can put on there. I have a commander that was promised to be on a starship, and he finally gets to be on a starship. I could put him on there. Also need a Vulcan to read a radar and tell the captain a few things and that. So that's kind of little stuff that's upcoming. So Kevin says, I did see on the news that Pizza Hut brand is temporarily changing its name to Hut in honor of the NFL season next month. There you go. Kevin also says, that doesn't make any sense. I would rather just stick with Pizza Hut because change it to Hut is a little weird. Yeah, I wouldn't know why they would do that. And, of course, Kevin says, boom shagalaga. Yeah, boom shagalaga is about right. There you go. And we had 7 in chat here tonight. Kevin and Hakeem. I don't know how Kevin got in there twice. I can't figure that one out. Lemon Pie, the Trek Viewer, Carl and Jeff B. I think that's all that's been on chat tonight. Jeff B says they need to hire a manager named Jabba the Hutt. Here you go. Jabba the Hutt. That's a good one, Jeff B. Yeah, Jabba the Hutt. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So, yeah, since I did that fan film Monday for 4 hours, the old brain gears are turning. What's coming up next? I told Larry what I wanted, but Larry's got issues and problems now, so I don't know. I guess Mr. Movie Star don't want to be on my fan film because he's got real life problems coming up. So I don't know. You don't want to know what I was thinking earlier about that, but yeah, that's all I'm saying about that. I don't want to get in too much trouble. Now, I love Larry as a brother, but I know when my parents died, I didn't want to be left alone. I wanted people to contact me and talk to me about stuff and everything. And only one person talked to me all the time, and that was Matt. We got 2 flies in here, son of a bitch. But I'd rather talk things out instead of having it bottled up in you. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I'd rather talk about stuff and just have it bottled up, and you're mad and you're angry and you're like you don't know what to do. Talk to the people that you talk to. Get out there and say, hey, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. Talking about it might help out, but some people are different. And we got Cody. Hey, Cody, what's up? He says, hi, buddy. And Jeff B says, hi, Cody. There you go. Glad to see you there, Cody. You're number 8 on the list tonight. So, yeah. I wish I did have a few people up here talking to me, but we got you guys in a chat down there. So, any other questions you want to ask about the fan film or about the episode I tried to talk about earlier, or life in general, life, death, life, stuff of that nature, Star Trek 4. Yeah, I was over at Sci-Fi Nation last night, and we was over there over 3 hours. I got off at 2:00 in the morning. I was starting to fall asleep. I think he stayed on for over 4 hours last night. Had a pretty good time over there. So the doggies finally settled down. Since they know that the Ryans are in the brig and everybody's okay on the Starship Enterprise, so excuse me, the puppies kind of settled down themselves. Hakeem is asking me, are you working on part 2 of that fan film? There is no part 2. That's still original. As it says on top, it is a demo video. I usually go 15 to 30 minutes on a fan film. So I'm waiting for Larry to watch the video and come up with lines. I have other lines that I could put in there, but I need to know if he's going to do the scene, and I have a few things I want to do with him, or do I find someone else to do it, or do I put my other characters up there to continue that to continue the show there. So there is no part 2 or anything. It's going to be continued. I guess I should have put to be continued, then it would be part 2. But it's at the point where whoever is on the USS Ajax is going to answer to Admiral Whitey. I just got to wait and see what's going on. I can tell you right now, with Larry and Sci-Fi Nation, I ordered something special for those two. One will be here tomorrow, which means I can mail one out Monday. And the other one is still in limbo and everything. So I was hoping to talk to Larry before, not after. So I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm trying to help out two guys get something special. That's all I'm saying. Just to continue with the fan film. So it's a toss-up right now which way it's going to go. But the communications officers got to know, do we have a commander or are we going to assign a captain to the ship? I do have another commander I can put on board there, but I don't want to piss anybody off. Since I have problems, I didn't contact you, so you put something else in there. Well, that's what the regular movie people do, don't they? Think about it. Yeah. But yeah, there is no part 2. Hakeem says, hey, Cody. Jeff B says, Jay is on too late for me. I looked in a mirror and it says you need your sleep, your beauty sleep. There you go. Hakeem goes, lol. Yeah. So, like I said, I do have other parts. And what I did on the last few fan films that I did, I put missing scene on there and I put the other parts in. I think it's supposed to rain all day Sunday, so I might be doing that right there. So there might be another video coming up in a couple weeks. But it'd be nice to get feedbacks. That's why I put on there to watch and please comment, so I know which way it's going to go. So that's the way I always been. Put the fan film out there, part of it, and see what everybody thinks about it. I know everybody likes it so far, so it's good. So I got to try to continue. I have other pieces and parts I can put in there, but I don't want to go back through and I can redo the voiceovers anytime I want to, but I'm not trying to piss anybody off either. I mean, Larry wants to be on board of a ship talking to Admiral Whitey, that's fine. But he's got to contact me so I can send him the stuff and get going on this and get it done so we can actually pump it out as a full episode. And I've been thinking about doing a second episode that we've been doing a tease lately about USS Revenge being lost. Well, I got a few things spinning around about that right now too. So I haven't talked to Jay about it because Jay's in charge of that ship. But of course, he's been missing for over a year. So we don't know what happened on that ship. So there you go. Akeem says, after 10 p.m., my brain takes a break. Yeah, well, his show didn't start to 10:30 last night, so stayed up late with Jay again. From 10:30 to 2 a.m. Woo! It's almost like doing my own stream, huh? Kevin says, lol, Hakeem. Kevin with a smiley face. There you go. Yep. Let's see, any other videos we got available yet? Oh, well, the one on the planet, I didn't get the other part where they found a penny, so we ain't worried about that. How about this one? Yeah, salute, muchacho. Yeah, oh yeah. Hey, also last night over at Sci-Fi Nation, Mikey came up last night. No fighting or anything. We all got along pretty good. So if you ever do watch Sci-Fi Nation over there, I can put a link up if you want me to. Just go over until when Mikey shows up. Well, of course, I do. We did show the fan film last night over in his channel. So, yeah. Yeah. Made pretty good time over there. Kind of wish I could have beamed out a little bit earlier.
Down immediately.
Shall I have Snotty beam you down, sir?
I don't know about that beaming stuff. Is it safe?
Oh, yes, sir. Snotty beamed me twice last night. It was wonderful.
All right, I'll take a shot at it. What the hell, it works on Star Trek.
Yeah, it works on Star Trek. Cody says, I was in bed at 2 a.m. Yeah, I got off at 2 a.m. Not the way I want to get off. But I got off at 2 a.m. and stumbled back upstairs and got something to drink and went to bed probably 2:10 in the morning and didn't get up about 10 o'clock the next morning. So, pretty fun. Jeff B says, do you simulcast with Jay? Nope, I do not. I do not simulcast at all. I don't know if I can or can't because he's on the free version. I don't know if I can or can't. I'm not too sure if I could or I have no idea. I never really looked into it. So there you go. Hope that answered your question, but I don't know if I can because he's on the free version and I'm on a paid version. Mine's all paid up until next year, so keep on with the donations so we can get that sucker paid down a little bit too there. So there you go. So thank you very much. Hakeem says maybe Mikey could be in a fan film. We tried that once before. Me and Jay tried to get him to do a part of a fan film. I gave him the lines and stuff, what to do. And I wish I kept the videos because I tell everybody the same thing. And of course, Mikey said, I didn't do that. Mikey went off the hay wagon and down in the valley talking to Lieutenant Uhura, Captain Kirk, and Spock and them. We don't do that stuff over here at Commodore Productions. We don't copy all the stuff that is done on the original series. We try to stay away from that, so we don't get flagged in that. And I told him one time, I says, just read what the damn script says, and he got pissed off at me. That's the first time he blocked me. So I tried, but I was trying to get him to do the Dr. Evil, and it just didn't work out. To just put it that way. Kevin says, "Law Hakeem." Kevin with a smiley face again. That's all Kevin does, a smiley face. Larry streams with you, simulcast. Yep, he does. I don't know if he's got a paid version or a free version. I think he's got a. I'm not too sure what he's got, but yeah, when he comes up, he does simulcast. So I couldn't tell you, but yeah, he does do that. But of course, we have a normal stream over here, and not a whole lot of swearing and cussing and stuff like that. I used to cuss like a freight train, and I'm trying to cut back on that stuff. That's why I use frack and stuff like that. So I don't use actual swear words and that. Or of course the algorithm don't like all that stuff. So hey, how many I got up to 14,000 plus subs? Yeah, thanks to the Star Trek fan films, that worked out pretty good. But yeah, I'm trying to cut back on my cussing as much as I can. I don't cuss as much as I used to. Cody says, "Me too, Jeff B." Or yeah, Jeff B. There you go. Cody says, "Who's this Jay?" Jay is with Sci-Fi Nation. Yeah, you can look him up on Sci-Fi Nation over there. Jeff B says Jay is the original Dink. Okay. Original Dink, huh? Let me see if I can find it, and I'll put the link up in there, and you can go see his stream that he had last night, and yeah, you judge about the stream over there. Wow, 4 hours and 3 minutes last night. Hit the damn speaker thing, and it keeps on playing. Hit that right there. Boom, boom, boom. Thursday Night Live Star Trek fan film. That's what the title is. I'll go ahead and put that in. Okay, if I can. I must not have my own stream up. Really? You sapsucker. Okay, we can fix that. Oh, come on. Really? When things want to go wrong, things go wrong. Right? Okay. Actionair's on right now. They've been on. I don't know. I didn't know Actionair was on. I have to leave that page right there. Hey, Captain Chat 45 is on. I see that. That's what I want. Yep, that's what I want. Now go ahead and put Sci-Fi Nation's link in the chat here. You guys go over there and check it out. See what you think. It's over 4 hours long. First 3 hours were good. The last hour I was getting sleepy in that, so didn't know too much what was going on in the last hour. But I went to bed. I was tired. From 10:30 to 2 o'clock. That's a lot of hours staying up. So there you go. Yeah, it's down the link down there, down by Jeff B there. Click on that and have your big old tall drink and your big old bag of popcorn. And you get to see my fan film on there. That's on there. So you can see what's going on. You can make comments over there if you want as well. There you go. Or advertising for Sci-Fi Nation. There you go. Jeff B says, X, we are Puppet Party by Stall Trek. Yeah, there you go. Puppet Party, huh? There you go. Yep. 6 people in chat, and we have 8 people in the chat chit-chatting, or we did have. There you go. Appreciate everybody being here. Hit that thumbs up down there if you would, please. Yep. Hey, I tell it the way it is. I mean, you got to. So I'm surprised Kevin haven't said the last word.
Oh my!
Yeah, really shocking that Kevin hasn't said the last word yet. And of course, we have a new one here. You've probably seen it last week.
I know nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, I know nothing. I got talking about Jay from Sci-Fi Nation. He plays a Vulcan on a mirror universe that we put together. Thanks to Matt Arnold for suggesting that. That's on Commodore Boone Returns, of my fan film, where Commodore Boone gets accused of doing stuff. Sounds familiar, huh? But of course, it was a different fan film that started the problem, so we kind of ended it there. But that other fan film's trying to come up with something crazy, so we might have to go back through that again and set the record straight. But yeah, Commodore Boone Returns sets the record straight of what happened to people that the other fan films did. So yeah, it's all confusing stuff. There's 3, including mine, 3 fan films that was talking about how bad Commodore Boone was, but I think mine kind of put everything back in order. Come here, Mr. Fly. Come here, Fly. I got a nice shocker unit here. You want to try it? My arm just ain't my arm's like 4 inches shorter since this was dislocated. Ooh, that hurt a little bit. We're not gonna do that again. Woo! Trying to get that damn thing back in the hole there. That's what she said. It's like Daniel's Hot Topics. He can't hit the right hole. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Come on, Kevin. You're supposed to have the last word in here. Come on, where you at? Yeah. You say the last word and I can play your video. Remember, I got that idea from Gorilla over there. So I seen a couple of videos and I found one and like, oh, okay. So did a little magic on editing on that. Yeah. Excuse me there. Getting a little tired already. And it's not even 10 o'clock yet. It's all only past 9. So there you go. Let's see, we got any more videos left that we can play, or are we all out of videos? Got this damn fly. I don't know if you can see him or not. Buzzing around. One time, I think I was on Jay's stream. Damn fly got in the camera. He was over the camera, and they're like, "What the hell's going on?" Oh, I got a bug on the lens. Yeah. Yep, that's a re-edited scene right there. One of these days, we got to get those 3 ships, and we got to get stars behind them. Had only 1 or 2 people complain out of hundreds of people that watched that video. They haven't seen that part yet. All they've seen was the original part. You don't see the view screen or hear the red alert. You just hear the music and the ships out there in space. As you notice, there's a couple of ships that don't have too many stars, so we'll get that fixed down the road. That's around the road again. Yeah, man, I caught that one. All right. Jeff B says, Kevin, you're number 1. Now is your chance. Yeah, no one's talking, and Kevin's always complaining he's never number 1. And he's not around to be around anywhere. Who else is on tonight? Oh, wait a minute. Is Gorilla on tonight yet? Hey, Gorilla, you on there? He might be on there tonight. I got a couple things standing by. I want to do a little editing tonight. So I might get, all depends how. Oh, man. Yeah. Sorry about that. All depends how long I stay on here. So I don't know if Gorilla's on or not. It's Friday night. Well, last weekend he took off of his kids and girlfriends. So hey, gotta have a little fun, right? Go out there and have fun. I know Action R's on. Was on. But I don't see no Gorilla on at all, so interesting. Yeah, I wish I clicked on that XNR and I'll watch that a little bit later. Oh, I've seen something. No, that's an Amazon. Someone bought a boat, a $1,800 e-bike or boat or whatever it is. All right. Damn. So, yeah, Kevin, you always complain you're not number 1, and now's your chance to be number 1. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. So there you go. Yep. Aha. Let's see if we can get this fly. Did you see that? Did you hear it? We got him. He got zapped. He got zapped. Oh, if he got enough zap, he's probably dead. Hey, these things are nice. See that little lightning strike there? Boy, I tell you, when they get zapped, sometimes it just knocks them out. They don't fly around as much. But 10 minutes later, they're out there flying around, kind of like, what the hell did you do that for? Oh my goodness. Yeah, we get the Starfleet bat signal out there. Yeah, we got that. We got this. Yeah, and we got this. Yep. And Jeff B says, crispy critter. You guys probably heard that snap. I mean, that snaps loud. I don't know. He's fell in my trash can or wherever. Gotta get my little flashlight here and see if I can find that little sucker. Of course, one of the dogs here, if I cook them just right, they'll go ahead and eat them. I mean, Cuddles will watch me sit there, and that damn bug is on that damn thing. It's a snapping and a cooking and a sparking, and I don't see him anywhere. I don't see him at all. So he probably got trapped in something, or maybe he's dead somewhere. We don't know where he's at. That's an interesting flashlight. Got high, low, flash, and he got a sight light. Yeah, it's bright. There you go. That works out pretty good. I bought that at a store. Yeah, crispy critters. Yeah, you're right about that, Jeff B. Hakeem says, see ya, Jim. I ate some honey nuts, so got to go for a bike ride. Have a great night, Jeff and Cody. Well, thank you very much, Hakeem, for being here. Have a good night. Take care, and we'll see you next Tuesday, hopefully. So take care. You have a good weekend as well. Kevin says, oh, there's Kevin. About time you show up. Yeah, Jeff, I'm number one now. Uh-oh. Oh, man. There you go. See ya, Hakeem, Kevin says. Kevin says, nice, Hakeem. Hakeem says, thanks for streaming, Jim. No problem. Thank you for coming up. You take care now. Jeff B says, bug, eat zip bugs. Yeah, well, that's what the dogs do. Kevin says, enjoy your bike ride, Hakeem. Absolutely. Make sure you take something with you in case someone tries to do something to you. Never know. Hakeem says, lol, the bugs are eating me at the moment. Uh-oh. Yeah, get your bug spray out. Jeff B says, enjoy, Hakeem. Kevin says, lol, Kevin. Uh-oh, Kevin had the last word. You know what that means, don't you? Kevin, you finally had the last word. Uh-oh. Now, where in the hell did it go?
Kevin! 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 Kevin!
Yeah, Kevin. I reached up there to scratch my stuff, and look what fell off. That's what it looks like when you touch the damn thing. It's these got strong magnets to it. I mean, you can hear it. They're strong, but it's really nice when you have that little silver thing inside there. So, if you want to play a captain, oh man. Unbelievable. One just fell off. I think I got a cheap junk set. I don't think the guy glued the damn things together. Damn, he must have not glued them together, because if that's the case, oh man. You ever try to bend your hands and you can't bend your hands that good? Drop. Yep. Let's see what happened to this damn thing. Huh, ain't that interesting? I don't think the guy put glue in these at all. Look at that. There's no silver thing in there at all. None. The magnet is still stuck to the magnet board itself, but it is not there. Huh. Ain't that sweet? Gotta take and press it back on. I guess I have to get some glue or something that's good for plastic and metal. I probably asked Matt what type of glue to use, since he makes the 3D stuff. But man, oh man, I mean, that just fell right off. What the frack? Yeah, I don't think he glued anything together. Yeah, Kevin with a smiley face there, and Kevin says, "Yeah, especially get the bug spray, Hakeem. Yeah, get that off and spray you a little bit while you're biking down there. If you see a bug and you got that off, you go just like a phaser." See, right on the fan film. That sucker of fan film. Being alive here, that sucker fell apart. Look at that. How the hell am I supposed to send that to somebody when it falls apart like that? I guess hopefully if they find the pieces, they put it all back together. Now since I press it back on, and the magnet's staying in there. Talk about being cheap, you know? Oh, I'll go ahead and charge $5-6 for that. It only cost, probably expensive thing is the damn magnets. Oh, gluing the damn thing so the magnets don't fall out. What the hell? Jeez. Jeff B says, I like trying to retrieve your cell phone from between the driver's seat. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you got it. I'm using a gripper over here. If I bend over too much in this damn chair, I'll be on my ass. I put 3-inch wheels in this damn office chair. It's got brakes in every single one, so you got 5 brakes. But you just naturally lean over, and all of a sudden, those wheels just kick right out. So when you lean over, you make sure that you lock the damn wheels, because you'll be flopping on your ass. Yeah. It's about the only cuss words you're going to hear about me over here. Ass. You ass. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I ain't calling anybody that, so don't get mad about that. We play all the videos here.
I know nothing. Nothing.
Well, you ought to know something. What the hell do you know?
Oh my.
Oh my. Yeah. Oh, I was telling you earlier, Sci-Fi Nation and me was doing a mirror universe thing there, and he said something in there like what humans used to say, that's what you get for thinking. So I was going to cut that little. That's in my own fan film. That's not on his side or anything. My own fan film, him being a Vulcan. I'm going to cut that out and stick it up here. So there's a couple other things I've written down, and I'm trying to find them and edit a little bit here, edit a little bit there. Hey, at least we're trying to edit again. We're trying to get back into the editing swing here. So we're trying to get out of this damn depression bullshit that I'm in. Yeah, I said bullshit. Trying to get out of that there. So getting a better swing of things here. So hopefully things change down the road, but get a lot better. It's got to get a lot better. So now I just put all the magnet stuff back together here because you got the single, 2 and 3 and 4, so you can do all kinds of stuff. But yeah, it ain't falling out, but that's kind of shocking a little bit that I just pull it off and put it down here and pick it up and it falls off. I got some powerful glue somewhere, but I don't want to ruin the damn thing. But the guy told me he's going to, for the other one that did that with no magnet at all, he's going to send me another pip. I would have sent the whole damn unit. That way, if anything else goes wrong, you got the whole damn thing. You're going to lose money on it, but like everybody else, I'll raise the rates up a little bit to get more back. I mean, it looks real nice and everything. It's all gold color and that. I have a Star Trek shirt over there. I have another pip set somewhere. We had, like I said, I flipped my butt out of a chair one day. Here's, now, there ain't nothing attached to this, but this is a bigger set. That's a bigger set right there. But that's just a magnet part right there. I found one earlier today, but I don't know where it went to. That's the problem with this desk. Got too much shit on here. Yes, I said shit. Oh my. I don't know where it went to, but I've been finding that one there has the silver pips to it, and magnet's a lot more stronger than what that other one is. I thought I found it the other day, and I stuck it up here, but it fell down one day, so I got pieces and parts over the place. Hell, I paid $30 to $40 a piece for those other ones a couple years ago. So, of course, if you see the size of this right here, and see the size of these, look how much this is small, this is big. Look the difference. Of course, we got the gold pips on this one, as you see, the gold pips here. But look how small the magnets are versus the big magnets. That's why they're more cheaper. But there's nothing here. No pips on here at all. They're floating around somewhere. Like I said, this thing got knocked down and things went flying, and once in a while we'll find something. Hey, it did magnetize to it. Someday he'll find some. I got one set on the shirts over there. Hopefully it's all still together. So that's about it. Yeah, we haven't got any more comments for a little bit, so I think we might be done over here. I don't know if we got any more videos to show or whatever. So, I sat there and listened there for a while. Then I was starting to doze. And I'm like, shit, I gotta go back to the office. Still ain't getting nothing done in the office. I got a dog in my lap. Yeah, that's my big buddy. I keep wishing he was still around. He's been gone for almost 4 years now.
Pete, look at me. Hey, pretty boy. Hey, pretty boy. Hey, pretty boy. Get him out of here.
Yeah, he was a pretty boy at that time. Yeah, he was my best buddy. I miss him a lot. Alrighty. Yeah, almost 2.5 hours. Hope everybody liked the way I did the review on Strange New Worlds, Season 4, Episode 5. We got 5 more to go. Uh-oh. Hey, quit falling asleep at the transporter, will you? Look at that guy. Always falling asleep. Must be getting old. Man, oh man, oh man. Alrighty. Yeah, I know. You guys heard the hail, and you guys are barking about that. Yeah.
I know nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, there you go. We know nothing. Nothing at all. So, all right. Well, we'll go ahead and thank Kevin here for coming up tonight, and Hakeem. Hopefully, is having a safe bike ride out there. Have some off, spraying those pesky bugs out there. And thanks to Lemon Pie for coming in tonight. Trek Viewer, thank you very much. Carl and Jeff B and Cody. Hopefully we got everybody in there. Thank you very much. Love everybody. Love all of you out there for being out there. Thank you very much. Appreciate you for being here tonight. We'll see this coming Tuesday coming up. We'll have another Captain Chat. Talk about anything. So we'll see you then. Everybody have a good night. Take care. Have a great weekend. We'll see you then. So, yeah. Oh, we got one comment popping in there. We got a comment popping in here. Oh, Kevin. Amazing stream, Jim. Thank you very much, Kevin. Got the old thumbs up. There you go. Alrighty. Well, y'all have a good weekend. Love all of you out there. Thank you for being here tonight. And we'll see you Tuesday. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to Commodore Productions.